Hello students, today we are going to talk about a very important concept, okay, which is used in case of the quantitative estimation of nitrogen. Okay, और ये जो topic है ना, you guys basically face some problems regarding doing the numerical problems, okay, और ये वाला जो part है that is there in class 11 general organic chemistry chapter का last section में. And that thing is called, the method is called for estimation of nitrogen in an organic compound. It is called the Dumas method. Now see, there are two methods we know, Dumas method and there are Geldal method for estimation of nitrogen. इस video में I will talk about the Dumas method and there will be another video in this link where I will talk about the Geldal method, and both of the method while discussing I will also may do an MCQ. Okay, so that what will happen whenever you get a problem in the during the examination, तुम लोगों का क्या होगा, it can be easy for you to solve. चल देखते. Now see, remember one thing, basic, if I go by the basic logic, in case of Dumas method, the nitrogen is generally estimated as the molecular nitrogen, okay. And what we do usually, let's say this is the nitrogen collector, okay, and this is the water here, H2O, or yahan se, let's say from via this pipe the nitrogen gas is coming. Okay, so what will happen? The nitrogen gas will slowly will go and here it will be captured. But problem ये होता है कि while capturing the nitrogen gas during the reaction or the estimation with the nitrogen gas, there is also some water vapors also. So remember one thing, यहाँ पे जो भी pressure आएगा nitrogen का, or whatever pressure will come in this point of region, that is basically your total pressure, which is equal to the pressure by nitrogen plus your pressure by water molecules. And students remember one thing, ये जो pressure of water molecules यहाँ पे जो mention किया है, this is nothing but जो तुम्हारे problem में दिया जाता है, this is nothing but your aqueous tension. Okay, aqueous tension. So in order to get the exact amount of the exact pressure of the nitrogen, what we have to do, we have to subtract the aqueous tension from the total pressure. This is a basic principle. Okay, now once we get this pressure of the nitrogen, we also know that what is the condition of the reaction, means we also know that how much volume it is consumed, we also know this thing, and also we know the temperature of the state. So we know all this P, V and T for the state we know. Now beta, एक चीज ध्यान रखना यहाँ पे, this is not the actual way to determine the amount of the nitrogen. Now in order to take the reference here, what usually we do, we compare this pressure, volume and temperature with respect to the pressure at STP, which is beta 1 atmosphere pressure. We compare the volume of nitrogen at STP, this is actually we determine, okay, and your temperature at STP, which is basically your 273 Kelvin. So we compare this condition with this condition, and what we estimate that how much volume of nitrogen is there when this gas is collected or this reaction is done at STP condition. Okay, now once we know the volume, we can easily know that 1 mole of nitrogen gas, that is basically your 22400 ml. Okay, so once we know this volume, we can calculate by this logic, we can calculate the number of moles of the nitrogen from here, and once we know that the number of moles of the nitrogen, we can calculate the amount of nitrogen, and once we calculate the amount of nitrogen, we can easily calculate the percentage of nitrogen. Okay, so this is basically your corresponding whole logic or whole structure, the way how Dumas method works. और तुम्हारे लोगों के एग्जाम के लिए the experimental setup and details, that's not required. Only you need the working principle of the Dumas method. Now एक problem देखते हैं. simply like that. Now here if you see very carefully, देखो the 0.610168 gram of the organic compound is given. इसका मतलब मेरा W0 बेटा यहाँ पे दे दिया है, W0 यहाँ पे दे दिया है, राइट, दैट इज 0.1688 ग्राम. ओके अच्छा, और क्या दे दिया है यहाँ पे, एक्वस टेंशन दे दिया है, मतलब यहाँ पे इट इज गिवन योर प्रेशर ऑफ वाटर इज इक्वल टू योर 12 millimeter of mercury, 12 millimeter of mercury which is given. और क्या दिया है, how much amount of volume is क्या got it, that is this is equal to 31.7 ml. okay, और क्या दे दिया है, टेम्परेचर दे दिया है, that is T, that is equal to 14, that means 273 plus 14 is equal to 287 Kelvin. और the pressure is given 758, that is the total pressure is given 758 millimeter mercury. That means beta, if I want to calculate the pressure of nitrogen, so beta my pressure of nitrogen will be is equal to 758 minus 12, that is equal to 746 millimeter mercury. Okay, now since we know all things, then what we can do, we will directly compare or directly equate with this thing with the STP. So what we can write here, we can write, we know that P1 V1 T1 is equal to P2 V2 by T2. Let's say this is my STP condition, this is my STP condition. So यहाँ से हम क्या लिख सकते हैं, एक बार देख लेते हैं. From here what we can write is that your 746 multiplied by volume is your 31.7 ml divided by your temperature is 287 Kelvin, that is equal to your pressure is your 760 millimeter mercury, that is the equivalent to 1 atmosphere, multiplied by your volume of nitrogen. Or beta, this one we have to determine, this one we have to determine, or the temperature which is given your 273 Kelvin. Okay, now if you do this calculation, so हमें यहाँ पे क्या मिलेगा, volume of nitrogen. Okay, volume of nitrogen. Okay, अच्छा चलो देखते हैं इसको क्या आता है कैलकुलेट करके. अच्छा, अगर हम कैलकुलेट करके देखते हैं तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, यहाँ पे आएगा ये वाला जो पार्ट का वैल्यू है, दैट इज 746 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 31.7 divided by 287 divided by 287, that is this is coming, this part is coming your 82.39. ओके, और ये वाला जो पार्ट है 760 by 273, 760 divided by 273, that is equal to, this part is coming your 2.78. okay, so मेरा वॉल्यूम ऑफ नाइट्रोजन होगा 82.39 divided by 2.78, that is equal to, देखते हैं 82.39 divided by 82.39 divided by 2.78. okay, so इसका वैल्यू आएगा 29.63, और इसको हम अप्रोक्सीमेटली 30 ले सकते हैं, इसको अप्रोक्सीमेटली 30 ले सकते हैं. सो इट इज 30 ml. नाउ वी गॉट द वॉल्यूम ऑफ नाइट्रोजन, करेक्ट. नाउ one thing is here, once we got the volume of nitrogen, what we can tell from here, we can easily tell that your 22400 ml, that is equal to 1 mole, and that is basically is equal to 28 gram of your nitrogen. This is equal to 28 gram. okay, so your 30 ml, that is equal to 28 multiplied by 30 divided by 22400, that is equal to, so यहाँ पे हम देखेंगे, so it is 28 multiplied by 30 divided by 22400, तो यहाँ पे आएगा 0.0375 ग्राम. ओके, और यहाँ पे मेरा परसेंट और टोटल ऑर्गेनिक कितना दे दिया है 0.1688. सो माय परसेंटेज ऑफ nitrogen, which is equal to your 0.0375 divided by 0.1688 multiplied by 100 and that is equal to coming 22.2%. मतलब यहाँ पे मेरा आ रहा है मतलब near to 22.2 because हमें approximation लिया तो correct answer will be your D 21.9. So बेटा this is how you basically do the calculation. अब तुम लोग सोच रहे हो कि सर you are using a calculator, but don't worry about that. In the exam the problems which will be given to you that you can use without calculator also, but the fundamental principle to do this problem is exactly the same way. Okay, so I hope you have understood the concept, and if you have any question and query, feel free to write in the comment section. Okay, so from my side, take care, bye everyone.